Shanghai. That sign. I'm in Shanghai finally. Today is day 5, arriving on the 31st. Very tough day. Um, if you have been to Hong Kong airport, you will know the counter from A to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, I think, have that much of counter. When we arrive at the A, and then we have to walk all the way with our luggage, of course with the trolley. We have to push all the way to H, and then push down to the corner, and then outside the airport to do the tests. Of course, another test has been made 48 hours before our flight, but before checking in, we have to do another swipe test. And that after that test, we have to push our luggage all the way back to the section A or B, the Cathay Pacific counter, to check in. But before checking in, we have to wait for about 3 hours for the result. You have to have a negative result to check in. Then after checking in, we have to push all the way back to the end of the airport again, because they have 2 entrances. I think they have a south and something like that. 2 entrances to immigration, but only one open, which is go back to the other side of the airport. All hand carry is opened. Have to check everyone luggage has been opened. This is my first time that my luggage being open. Okay, after checking, then we just go in to have a quick lunch. I didn't eat anything because I'm super tired. Didn't sleep for the night before because of packing. And then the gate is the other side of the other end of the airport, so we have to push our hand carry back all the way. So wait for the flight. Actually, even my hand carry is overweight. Is over 7 kilo, but luckily they didn't weight my luggage or hand carry, and she didn't charge my overweight check-in luggage also. Otherwise I have to pay a lot for extra kilos. As I remember, I think each kilo costs about $100 Hong Kong. So I heard the custom saying that how come they let my hand carry go through. Show you these 2 items that I circle is my hand carry. Okay, that is tough, pushing or trolling this. Even my Prada bags is also over 7 kilo. Can you imagine? So to push push my things over the overhead is so tough. The flight attendants didn't help anything, okay, but I don't think they will anyhow. So when arrival to the Shanghai airport, we have to push our things like all the way to they have a lot of like we call QR code scanning counter. You have to fill up the things like before you it's lucky like in Hong Kong when we check in the counter, like the check-in counter already go through my form in the phone. They have a QR code lets you scan, and then you have to, that is the China immigration or something like that. They have to declare your health, and the check-in counter in Hong Kong's Cathay Pacific already go through our things, see whether we have the feel or something like that. Even though we speak Chinese, we read Chinese, but because we, like myself, I used to the traditional Chinese, but mainland China, they use simplify. Some of the words we use differently. So sometimes we not really catching what they're meaning, like the grammar is a little bit different. So they check, so it's very good. When we landed in the Shanghai airport, we have everything already prepared. We just need to sign a paper that willing to do the fingerprint and the swab test, another swab test, a deep swab test for the COVID. So I think we scanned about couple times, and we have to wait in the airplane for about half an hour before we can get out. And we have to step up like in section of people, about 15 or 20 each. So we scanned, and then they do another scan, and then we have to carry our luggage to go about couple, well, I think 12 step, 12, 15 or 20 step down, and then we have to push our hand carry to another sections, which is about 20 something step of stairs. Since my things is so heavy, I have to grab one hand carry all the way down and then go back to grab another piece and go down. It's not much people. I think we are the almost the latest flight, international flight, so-called inbound but international. And then we have to push our luggage to external area for the swab test, the COVID test. That test is really, really deep. They push all the way you can. Like when we swab our nose, you're wearing your mask, they ask you to pull down only your nose. It's quite deep. That as long as I know the trick is you have to relax, then everything is go through faster. Then afterwards you can wear your mask back, and then she preparing the other Q-tips, and then she said you can take off your mask. I said, oh, I thought you go the other way around for the throat test. I say no, because a lot of time when they put the Q-tips in the nose, they, phew, like that. So to to aware of that, so that's why they only pulled out the nose for the test. And then she said, my throat is so dry, that's why she have to do a couple times. So I know next time when I need to do this test, I have to drink some water before doing this test. Then I have to push the things back to another side. So I think we are walking all the ways is the outbound of the airport, not inside. That's why I have a lot of pushing. Because I think like for Shanghai International Airport, they shouldn't have any stairs for travelers because it's not a modernized things that you have to carry your luggage uh, to stairs, right? Like in Hong Kong airport, we don't have this problem. And the toilet is not as clean as Hong Kong airport. So, and then we have to, after that swab test, and then we go through immigration. For immigration, is not something special, just like where is your destination. So while we're waiting for our turns, I heard like everyone is destinations is not Shanghai, but Shanghai is the only border that can be I should say the only border is open, even though my flight has been changed twice. Yeah, and the south side of the border is not opened, or is open, but it's very hard to get rid of the pass, the bus or something like that. A lot of people is going to Shanghai. Shanghai is like here is Hong Kong, where I'm moving is near here, and then Shanghai is up there. But a lot of people, same as me, flying all the way to Shanghai and then go back to the south by another inbound flight or high-speed railway or bus, something like that. So when we took the bus, they arranged buses for us. In the meantime, we also need to declare another QR code we have to swap, and then to fill up things like that. Then wait for the bus. So when my flight is 1:45, but the flight touchdown is about 4, before 4 already touchdown. And when we get out of the plane is about 4:30, and then all the QR code scanning in the airport until we hop up to our bus is already 6:30, 6:35. I look at the clock. And all the process, no one is touching you or helping you with your luggage. As I mentioned, my luggage is overweight, and to push your luggage to the bus, you have to do it all the way by yourself. Okay. I did all, and then the bus took us about an hour to our hotel. In the meantime, we didn't know where we are going to be sent, which hotel we're going to be staying. So the day when we arrived is like when we start when we see our bus. Rain start. So when we arrived to the so-called hotel, even tougher things happened. Is like we was let's say we have to go through the back door of the hotel, and same thing, no trolley helping, so my luggage is so heavy. I have to, do everything fast, because it's like we are the last people they need to deal with, so they're pushing, walk faster, walk faster. How can I walk faster with all this luggage? And then the back door is broken, is slippery, is heavy raining, it's cold. It's about in that time it's about 10 raining. So push all the way into the rainwater dripping, even though they have shelter so called, but it's dripping. My luggage is all wet, and we have to fill up another form, another code scanning, and our ID scanning. And then finally we said can we stay in the same room? And then they said there's only if people over 65 can stay together, otherwise unless you have a doctor report that has to be taken care, like that. I said, oh, my partner is over 65. I said, then they say, okay, then you can stay together. The room, of course, I'm not really like, is because the bed, I have to crawl in and out. It's not three-sided, yeah, I show you the clips of the rooms at the end. Oh, yeah. So when I get into the room, I of course, before we get out the bus, we have a briefing. They say, you will be quarantined for 14 days. Once you get into your room, you're not able to step out. Every day we will send you breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And beside throwing the garbage with this is the garbage bag that you have to put your garbage in and throw it out, tight and throw it out. And then we will let you know when your food arrives. Oh, not here. And there is a paper. Everything in Chinese. They don't have English in it. And then they say daily temperature test for twice a day, around 9 to 10 o'clock for temperature in the morning, 9 to 10, and then afternoon is 2 to 3 o'clock for the temperature. And doing 3 meals a day. Breakfast is 7 to 8, and then lunch 11 to 12. Dinner 5 to 6. This is the delivery time. But today, the dinner already delivered around 4:30. So is completely different from my my dining time. It's already delivered, so every time we have room temperature food. The last couple of days is so cold in the room, even though we try to put the temperature to 28 degree, but the maximum its go is 22 point something. Even though it's say 22 point something, it's freezing cold in the room. It's no windows, we can't see outside. Uh, but since we staying together, so we save $300 per night. So each person's cost about $420 each. 420, the room including 3 meals. Since we are sharing the rooms, we just need to pay 100 yuan, Chinese money, for myself. So 520 for us for the day. So every day is the lunch and dinner is similar. Every morning you will have an eggs and sometimes something different, but mainly it's like apples. So when I'm trying to talk to them, it's so funny. The room don't have any internal phone, so if you don't have a local numbers, is difficult for you. Then you have to use roaming. Yeah. Anyhow, they only open for like Chinese people to China now. Anyhow, so I was thinking all the possibility of the way how to go back to the south after the 14 days. They have some regulation change. The swipe test in the hotel where we're staying is only before they do 3 or 4 times the swipe test, but now they only do twice, the 7 days and the 14 days. So yeah, so I still planning whether like to drive back. If to drive back is talk about like 17 or 18 hours drive, but booking a car is I don't know how and which company, and we don't know the what time we able to really release us. Okay, all regulations changing. Before they say 14 plus 7, but now they say 14. They have like now my QR code of my health declare is red code. Then you will maybe after a swab test you will turn to yellow. If you have yellow, you're not able to walk around. You have to quarantine yourself. The only code that you can walk around the city or go aboard is green, and also with 24 hours swipe test negative. So we think of all the possibility and contacted our friends like who's able to help, things like that. And because like the first night I was so tiring since I didn't sleep the night before, and then with all the heavy lifting, my back is like brokenly tired the first night. So around 12 hours I shower even though with my hair wet, just fall asleep. Even the mattress is so hard. And then the next day I will wake up around 8. So tired. So, it's so tired. And now after a couple of days left, like my back is not as pain. The way of going back to the south may be different since I think I can still do some lifting again. friends said like he can come over and help us with the luggage. So, but the other problem is like if he come over, he has to come the day before, and then even though he's willing to help, and I noticed that like to book an hotel now is quite complicated. So maybe it's back to what's the plan before is like we flying back. A friend will help us arrange a car, pick us up in from the hotel to the airport, things like that. Maybe that is the way to go, since I can help with the lifting now. Yeah, I think it's faster that way. Even though some friends in Hong Kong say, "Oh, you can travel in Shanghai a bit," I say, I don't think I will stay in Shanghai, since a lot of unknown. Um, yeah, since like inbound flight from the south to Shanghai is very cheap, or after we settle in Zhongshan, we can drive over when I have my license, so it's easier. So just to let you know that I am all good in Shanghai. My friends help me a lot. I arrange like help telling me what to do to set up my code, and say like if you need anything, I can help call my friends to send you a thing. But they are locking down right now, like in area, not the whole Shanghai lockdown, but area by area. And I think today is the last day. The area I'm staying is the south of Pudong area. It's not Pudong, Pu South. I don't know yet. So this area is locking down from the 1st of April to the 5th. So today should be the last day of locking down. So let's see. We can't do any shopping or buy any extra food. And the first night, like on the 31st, we only have one cup noodles from them, yeah, and a bag of pickles. That's it for our dinner. Lucky I bought some onigiri, like Japanese rice ball. I post the the cup noodles and the package of pickles. That is what we have. They give it to us, and the rest is for myself. That's why my luggage is so heavy, and all the seasoning that I have bring together, and my coffee and tea. They only supply water, bottled water. You can see from that, only bottled water and a boiler, and some paper cups. They only give us 4. Lucky I bought my own cup. I have a lot of supplement to take, and that things is like this one is for the cleanings, like sterilized. But I also bought my own. They tell the people not to use alcohol spray. It's dangerous. So I even bought myself to wipe everything the first night, because you don't know who else staying here. And my luggage, everything has been already wiped. While we're waiting for our bus, the people keep on like walking around with the spray of sterilizer. Okay, that's it. Bye bye.